Hi, Scottsbluff Nutrition Clinic. Here is Kevin Mooney.
Thank you, Dennis, and good morning, everyone. Kathy Kropuenske is here from Keep Scottsbluff-Gering Beautiful, and we're going to talk about the holidays and using less stuff and recycling and just it's a time of year, isn't it, Kath, that we need to, even though the holidays are coming around, we need to think about doing what's right for the environment.
Right, and this is a big waste time. We go into this 5 weeks between Thanksgiving and New Year's, and we waste an actual million, we'll produce an extra 1 million tons of trash per week. Think of that, in 5 weeks. That is so much stuff. And
that's like that 1 million.
It's just you can't even really imagine it.
It's like the budget, $15 trillion deficit.
Right.
You can't even fathom.
And when you come up with all that stuff, I mean, it is so silly because so much of it is if we would just think and plan a little bit ahead, think how much we could save. I mean, most of it is just, silly ribbon. Use your ribbon over. Use your paper. I mean, don't just save paper. I save paper. Maybe too much of it, but anyway, I save it. Just so many little tips that we can talk about where we can save some of that from going into the waste stream.
All right. So America Recycles Day is November 15th.
Right.
And so what kind of tips do you have for getting people involved in recycling? I know I'll have to honestly give my wife credit for the fact that we do it, because once she puts, you don't know my wife, but other people around this community do, and once she gets her head to do something,
she does it.
That's
a
what we're
woman
doing.
For you.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Matter of fact, I just came back from Texas from my dad's, and I have them finally recycling. I said for years when I'd go down there and I'd see stuff go in the waste, it's like, wow, Dad, I mean, don't tell anybody I'm your daughter. I mean, believe me, I believe in this stuff. So, again, it's such an easy habit, Kevin. And I think, that's the part that I always try to explain to folks. Recycling is a habit, a good habit. I mean, whether you throw those newspapers into the trash or whether you throw them in your recycling container, it's a good habit. And America Recycles Day is November 15th. It's been going on for many years. And really, it's a day to promote awareness to folks. I mean, if we all become aware of what we can recycle and what we can't, it make sort of give ourselves a challenge this year. Okay, this year I'm going to recycle paper. Maybe I already recycle paper, I'm going to add plastic to it.
That's right.
And so it's really, like I said, a good habit. But America Recycles Day is a way to encourage people to recycle, but not only recycle, Kevin, but buy recycled. Look on what you buy at the store and what already is made out of recycled material. I think that is the fun thing about our Recycle Your Cycles and the bike racks. I mean, it really is showing folks and kids what, with a little imagination, what you can do with recycled material.
Yeah, and getting the bags, the green bags and so forth to kind of bring your groceries home. It means you use less of those plastic bags, less. It's just
a habit. It's just a good habit. And I think as we are becoming more green, I think more people are aware of it. I think there's a lot of folks, on that bandwagon, but we need everybody to do their share. And I'm not saying we should all be fanatics out there and, just run around crazily and recycle, but I think everyone can work together and make a difference.
Yeah. Some of the things you have here are read product labels, look for recycled content. You have ask local retailers to stock more products made from recycled materials, things like that.
Right. It's easy. Just like I said, a good habit. There are two things that Americans waste most. And, of course, what do you think number one is in our country? Food. We waste more food than any other country wastes. Now, that doesn't say too much about us, does it?
Yeah.
And then energy. We waste energy. I mean, I remember walking into a room and, we turned off the lights behind us. We turned off the TV if we weren't in the room. But, how many times now do you walk through a normal household and there's computers going, TVs, radios, you name it, it's going. So, we could all be a little more aware of our energy consumption also.
Okay. All right. Use Less Stuff Day is November 19th. We got into the food part with the holiday meals and all that, and Thanksgiving. Let's just talk about what people can do. Thanksgiving is a big day. I mean, we have, everybody cooks a big meal, right?
We want to have enough food,
We want to have enough food for everybody, but maybe we ought to think about exactly how much is enough food.
Right, that is a really, really good idea. And actually, Use That Stuff Day is November 17th.
November 17th.
That's okay,
I'm
we're close
sorry.
enough. It's that Thursday right before Thanksgiving. And again, it's really an awareness day of how much stuff we have. There's little things out there that come across my desk all the time about if everybody fixed one less dish, how much extra food there would be and not thrown away. Send your leftovers home with folks that come to visit. Share what you have instead of throwing it away. Just again, think when you go to the store, do we really need, I'm as guilty as anyone. If I'm getting company for Thanksgiving, I want to make sure we have it all. And, make sure we have enough. But just giving it a little thought can go a long ways.
Yeah. Okay. All right, very good. And some of the other things, turning down the heat before guests arrive for holiday gatherings, I hadn't really thought about that much.
Yeah, the more people you have, the more it fills up. I think it's important that we know consumption patterns are the cause of four leading environmental problems: air pollution, global warming, and habitat, and water pollution. Boy, when you read that and when you think about it, isn't that the truth? So, consumption can do a lot to take some of these issues away that we deal with every day.
Okay. And the other thing is, how many times do we go to the store? How many times do we go out? If you're going to do a bunch of things, make sure you can make your list. Do it in one or two trips.
Right. Make sure you're not running back and forth to the grocery store. Make that list. Follow it. It's just simply awareness. I think I really love these 2 days. Of course, I love all the days that we celebrate green stuff, but I think these are fun because it's really it's just consumption tips that we all can use and think about, and it's just being a little more proactive. And Kevin, we do a good job in our community, but we can always do better.
Yeah.
So let's hope everybody has a wonderful holiday, but also is a little less wasteful this year.
All right. We'll talk just briefly a little more right after this.
Don't see it. You don't notice any changes until it's too late.
All right. Anything else we got to do? Maybe ask people to help you out with donations?
Gee, that would be interesting. Let me talk a little bit about our membership starting.
Okay.
Because that starts in November and goes to the end of March.
Okay.
And there's membership for all levels.
Okay.
And if you get that corporate or business membership, then on our electronic day, you get to bring all the electronics you want free.
1234.
That's a good thing.
All right, we are back with Kathy Kropuenske from Keep Scottsbluff-Gering Beautiful, and being a member of your organization, it's kind of membership day, isn't it?
It is. Membership starts the 1st of November, continues through the end of March. This has been a rough year for us, Kevin. We were down $35,000 in grants, and we've done what we could do this year to, build it back up. But $35,000 is quite a bit of money.
Yep.
And we did have a golf tournament. I want to thank everyone who participated, and we'll have it again this year, July 28th. Membership is grand, but we really need the folks' help. And I know there's a lot of nonprofits out there looking for help, but we've been in the community since 1980, and I believe we've really shown our worth of what we do.
Yeah.
And
pharmaceutical take back, the electronics collections.
Yeah. Butts, that we've been chasing around so people don't litter those butts out there. Our community looks good. It looks pretty clean. We've been able to offer adoptive spots, but we do need the help. So I wish people would think about maybe being a member. We're a 501c3 nonprofit, so we're tax deductible, which is always a good thing to know. And we started this last year. If you buy a business or corporate membership, if you're a business, when it comes around to electronics, you get to bring everything you have that day free. So it was sort of a way to increase our cash flow, sort of give you that extra whatever out there reason to become a member of Keep Scottsbluff-Gering Beautiful. So we hope people will really support us this year. And of course, Kevin, we're hoping for better grants too. We're hoping the economy gets better.
Yeah, you would hope so.
Yes.
Real quick, how much does it cost to be a member? Real fast.
Okay, very fast. You can start out with $20 and it goes all the way up to over $300 if you're a corporate member. So there's give me a call, 632-4649. It'll be in the paper shortly too. We'll send more stuff out here for KNEB, but it doesn't cost very much to be a member. So, and every bit counts. So we hope that you'll all consider that.
All right, 632-4649. Give Kathy a call about being a member of Keep Scottsbluff-Gering Beautiful.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Kevin.
it. Thanks. All right, back to you, Dan.